Hey, welcome back, my amazing student. This is a Python mentor here, starting a mini series here on tuples. So we're gonna master tuples. We're gonna master these fundamentals in Python. Now, very important, we use them a lot in many different program types. Okay, so the tuples syntax is pretty simple. It's just the parentheses, just like this. And you can put numbers in here, or you could put strings in here. As a matter of fact, you can put any type of data you want. I'm just putting here some strings here just to demonstrate a couple different things. Now, what are tuples good for? Tuples are good when you want to store fixed group of data. Now, when you don't actually want to edit, modify, or do anything with that data, like settings or sizes or locations, and those are the type of things that we actually save in tuples. So you can have a location, you can have something like a latitude or longitude. I don't know how you say that. Longitude, I think it is. But you can have, let's say, 18.47. This would be latitude. And then you have negative 69 dot, 88. All right? Something like this. Or sizes. So you can have a tuple that has maybe, or this would be the size of the computer monitor, right? Something like this. All right, simple as that. Now, how do we access the data on a tuple? Very simple. We use square brackets. So we could, let's say I wanted to access Jose here, right? So I grab the variable name, use square brackets, just like that, and use the index of it. Simple as that, by index, all right? Now, like I said, you could have many different data types in there. So let's say we had a user, and the user's name was Jose. Jose Fernandez, right? And maybe Jose, we had some numbers for Jose, maybe 9,000. I don't know where that comes from, but, just bear with me for a minute. And then we have maybe a true, a Boolean value in there, right? It could be false too, well, whatever, right? So we could have a minute data in there. Now, like I mentioned before, you cannot do anything with this data. You cannot modify this data. It is an immutable ordered data structure, all right? Or a collection of items. So if I put a try block here, let's just put a try block and let's try assigning some type of data to index 0 here. Some type of value. Let's just try William, right? Right now it says Jose, right? If we try that and it doesn't work, then we're gonna catch it here and we're gonna say, will be a type error, by the way. And then we'll just catch it here and we can say, hey, print maybe a new line and say tuples cannot be modified, right? Like that. And let's put the arrows here. All right, simple as that. And let's just run this and let's see what we get. All right, as you can see here, let me clear this and let me just do this again. And you can see here, it says Jose, we're printing out this index, right? But we also are catching this exception. And you can see it says tuple cannot be modified. Tuple, and this is the real error right here. It says tuple object does not support item assignment, all right? So settings, location, sizes, and things like that, that's what you want to keep in a tuple, right? What I like about tuples is that they are ordered. So you can access their index, you can loop through them and access whatever data you have in there. So we can use them in many different programs, right? So just like I mentioned before, this is the syntax. So this would be an empty tuple here, right? Then this would be a single tuple, right? So when you are creating a tuple, with one item, you need to put a comma after the first value, just like that. And this will tell the language that you are creating a tuple, all right? This would be empty, and this would be a single item tuple. And let me turn off my phone, sorry about that. So I know this lecture is kind of short, but this will cover the basics of tuples. We're gonna be mastering this data type, should I say data structure in Python, because it's super important. All right, we're gonna be using it a lot in more advanced programs that we're gonna be creating later on. And I need you guys as beginners to understand this data structure, this immutable ordered collection of items, data structure. All right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. And I'll see you on the next lecture.